Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. And of course, we are going to be looking over last night's win against Tottenham. It was a fantastic night. There was some phenomenal displays right throughout this team, and I think it's really important that we do celebrate these moments. As a football fan, you wait for these kind of displays in big Champions League games away from home. That is what you want to see. We should all be elated, regardless of the form before it. Now we can kick on. Now we're on the right path. Let's follow on from that, and let's take a look today at the goals again, break them down in some more detail at some of the big individual moments. Lionel Messi was outstanding. Arthur we've spoken about. There is so much still to discuss, and we are going to be doing that all broken down in today's video. Now what I have for you today, guys, is actually a different kind of approach in today's video. Instead of pictures, I'm going to be using a new app that I have that's basically going to break down the goals in terms of animations. Now obviously I cannot show the actual goals due to copyright regulations, but what I can do is sort of replicate the goals like for like in an animation process. That's what I've got for you today. Let me know if you like the new concept in the comments down below, and thank you as always for joining me here today. And we are going to start right here by watching the first goal play out in front of our eyes. I'm going to be stopping it and stopping the clips so we can really analyse and dissect what's really going on here. And it all starts, of course, with this man Lionel Messi. He receives the ball in that midfield area from Sergio Busquets, and very early on Tottenham, as you can see here, are playing a high line. They're trying to press, they're trying to push up, and that basically leaves the space in behind for Alba there to make that run. We've seen him make it so many times, but for Messi to find him there, to actually put that ball behind Kieran Trippier, but also avoid Davinson Sanchez, is outstanding. No player in the world, I feel right now, could actually make that pass. Messi does it. It's phenomenal, and it's actually that good a pass that it draws Hugo Lloris out of his goal. Nobody else sees it coming. The only man who can see it is the goalkeeper, and he gets too caught up in the moment. He thinks that he can get that ball, but Alba, with his pace, you know that he's going to get there first. And what I want to highlight here is Luis Suarez, because it's simply about Luis Suarez making that movement into the area. There's an open goal, and Suarez then makes the move into the box, which in doing that, drags Davinson Sanchez, Alderweireld, and Ben Davies all back towards their own goal. They're going backwards, and what that does is, it makes Alba's job simple. Coutinho is there, he hangs back, he's really clever, he doesn't follow everybody else into the box. What he does is waits on the edge of the box for the pass from Alba. He gets it in. This is so early in the game and everything is taken on really well, and Coutinho then waits for his chance. There's a lot of players in the box. He doesn't rush his finish. He waits for his moment, and it's a wonderful strike into the back of the net. No chance at all for the players who are trying to block it, and it was a wonderful start. And Coutinho's strike against Tottenham there, after just 92 seconds on the clock, it really was a lightning start to the game, a really good opening exchange, and that was our quickest goal in the Champions League since 2005, and given the form coming into it, that was exactly what we needed. And I think when you look at the second goal here from Ivan Rakitic, obviously it's an absolute worldie in terms of the strike, but actually it was a massive moment in the game, and in the build-up there was some absolutely sensational combination play, and I did love seeing that last night from Messi, Coutinho and Luis Suarez as a trio, really combining well. It's Messi here who takes up yet another new position out on this left-hand side. He was genuinely everywhere last night, and it's Luis Suarez again who plays an important role, because clearly here Tottenham, Trippier had gone forward and they had three at the back. They were really outnumbered. It was 3 against 3, and Suarez there gets between Davinson Sanchez and Ben Davies. He does really well. He makes a good run, and then his little weighted pass off his chest is sensational. He takes that ball in, he chests it off to Coutinho, who again makes a really good run. He's staying with him, he's getting the understanding there now. What he can't quite do though is get on the end of it, so what he does is he simply just keeps the ball in play, he keeps the ball moving, and you look at Rakitic here, who for a lot of that goal wasn't even in the picture, but he comes out of nowhere, he makes a bursting run from midfield, he gets there ahead of Wanyama, and when he gets there, what a hit that is. You are never ever getting close to saving that. It's a wonder strike, an absolutely rocket of a shot there, and 2-0, like I say, a massive goal at a massive moment. And Rakitic's goal there was actually our 600th in the European Cup, and we'd become only the third team to reach that milestone after Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. And like I say, certainly it was some strike to reach that kind of milestone. And, I think when people are talking about the game last night, you look at 4-2, people are saying, Tottenham had their chances to get back in it. But if we've been absolutely realistic here, after half-time, we're 2-0 to the good. It could have been 3-0, it could have been 4-0 before Harry Kane even scored. And, of course, it all came through that man, Lionel Messi, because I cannot stress last night how all over the park he was, how hard he worked on and off the ball. And it was Busquets once again, who I think with Arthur next to Busquets, unlocked Sergio even more. He was playing forward passes, he was picking out Messi consistently, and with those two in midfield, you really do unlock Messi, as we're going to come on to later on. But it was Busquets here from deep who finds Messi. Clearly at this point Tottenham are pushing forward, they're trying to get back in the game, they've got more and more men at the field, and Messi will love that. And you can see here, it's simply Messi and Suarez against Alderweireld and Sanchez, and to be honest, there's only one winner. Suarez does his bit as Messi moves central, Suarez then makes the run across Davinson Sanchez, taking the man away, and then it's simply Messi up against Alderweireld. Harry winks, cannot get back quick enough, Messi is advancing, and he did the exact same thing twice, and you've got to say, there's nothing wrong with the finish. There's so much accuracy, there's so much finesse, all it is sheer bad luck. It's a wonderfully put strike into the left-hand post, so unlucky from Lionel Messi, and like I say, people might say the game was closer than it was. Absolutely not. At that point, it could have been 3-0, it could have even been 4-0. And in terms of our third goal, and it really was here a crucial goal after Tottenham had got one back, we needed to get another one, and we did it in phenomenal style. Messi starting and finishing the move, 22 passes in total in the build-up to this goal, 63 seconds it took from the recovery of the ball to it going into the back of the Tottenham net, and it was a big part here played by Arthur, who basically just shrugs off the challenge here from Eric Lamela. He plays a between-the-line pass then to Lionel Messi, nicely cutting through play, breaking the lines, and then Messi, of course, is on the lookout for Jordi Alba, who's making a fantastic run on that left-hand side. Tottenham here are defending really narrow, which allows Alba all of that space out on the left. Messi picks him out with a brilliant ball again, but Messi doesn't just admire his passes. It would be so easy to play that ball and just think, I've done my bit, I'll let Coutinho, I'll let Suarez now get on the end of it. But Messi last night was in an incredible amount of mood. He was getting around the pitch, he played that ball, and he was looking straight away to get on the end of it, and it was really nice play out wide from Jordi Alba. I think Coutinho does well here. He advances into the area ahead of Davinson Sanchez, but it's Luis Suarez again that I have to pinpoint in this goal, playing a major role, because if you actually watch this back, as that ball comes in towards Luis Suarez, Toby Alderweireld is right there, and he actually makes a darting run because Suarez feints to shoot. It makes it look as though he is going to take on that shot, and Alderweireld is so focused on Suarez that Messi comes in here just behind him, completely unmarked, and it's a great finish on that side again, past Hugo Lloris. He finally gets his goal, and it was monumentally deserved. And now if we just go on to the last goal, guys, now you've got to bear in mind, this is the 90th minute when we're up against it, we've been on the back foot, Tottenham are coming forward trying to score, but still, the intensity is there, and I want to look at here, Jordi Alba, the way that he goes into this tackle, the all-energy performance that you always get from Alba. He goes in there to Sissoko, who's a player who came on for Tottenham in the second half. He should be the fresher guy here, but no, Alba is straight in there. He gets that ball back, he wants it more, and then he moves on with it. But not only that, he thinks incredibly quickly. He gets his head up, and this is where I think Alba has come on massively this season. His decision making is much quicker, and it's much better in the final third. He has a look up, he sees Suarez make that little bit of movement there just to attract Davinson Sanchez, and again, I have to highlight Suarez here. He's massive in this goal, because what he does, even without touching the ball, makes this goal happen. He takes it there, he takes the runner away, and then it's the dummy again, which just allows Messi to coast in behind him, and once Lionel Messi is in one-on-one with Hugo Lloris, he is never ever going to miss that chance. As simple as that, just slots it to the right of him, different corner that he scored his first goal, the second for Lionel Messi, and he deserved that because it was a pinnacle performance last night from Messi, what we've come to expect watching him week in, week out, many times. Of course, he's done this kind of thing in the Champions League, and overall, 4 goals was exactly what we deserved. It was clinical, it was pinpoint, and it was brilliant, some of the play in the final third. But now we've discussed the goals, guys, what I really want to discuss is that man once again, Arthur Melo, and just really illustrate what he brought to the game last night and how his performance in that midfield settled us down completely, because that's exactly what it did, and it all stems from that press, and Tottenham with the perfect team to really emphasise how good Arthur is, not only on the ball, but at protecting the ball. You look at somebody like Xavi, who has obviously orchestrated our midfield on another level to anything we've seen in that midfield, midfield in terms of dictating the play, but he was also incredibly good at getting his body in the way, shielding the ball, and never ever losing it. And that's what we saw last night from Arthur, because take this kind of situation, we're playing out the back, you've got the defenders here, the centre-backs, they've split, you've got Sergio Busquets who's going to drop in here, and then you need somebody like Arthur to come and show themselves, come and say, you know what, I can receive the ball, and he always does that. Even at such a tender age, he's very confident to come and get it in high-pressured situations. And last night, Tottenham, I probably think maybe they thought he was a young player, so he was maybe a bit inexperienced, they were going to try and target him. That was a big mistake. What they did was, they had too many players around him. Wanyama went to get him shutting down, then Harry Winks was coming in, and Arthur, he didn't budge. A lot of people would straight away play the ball back to Ter Stegen, and there you make absolutely no progress. Or he played it to Clement Longley, which is basically saying, you have a go instead. What he didn't do though was that. What he did was hold on to the ball, he tried to do different angles, he spun, he held them off, until he actually saw a space. When he invited maybe Wanyama to come round, he teased him with it, and suddenly he's through the lines. And it was that easy. Arthur made it look last night that easy to break down an entire midfield. And obviously, you guys saw the performances. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but that's genuinely how good he was last night. He'd get the ball, he'd shield it, he'd make sure that nobody could get it off him. He never played the safe option, and instead, he was always looking forward. And that right there is Barca DNA. That is what we want in our midfield. And finally, guys, I want to discuss Clement Longley. Now, a lot of people might say, you know, for Tottenham's second goal from Lamela, it does come off Longley, it deflects into the net, but if you're a defender, you're getting in the way of things. That can happen to absolutely anyone. You've got to get yourself in the way. Yes, you can't really help what happens after it, but what he did actually in the dying minutes of that game, about 5-6 minutes to go, Lucas Moura in the box, it was for sure a match-winning block from our new signing Longley. It's Lucas here who gets the other side of Piqué and Rakitic. He's basically one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. He bends it. I'm not 100% sure that it was going in, but either way, Longley here, who was originally marking Llorente, he gets himself across, he throws himself in front of the shot at the very last second, and it goes behind for a corner. It was a wonderful piece of defending, and even from that resulting corner kick then, he again got there ahead of Harry Kane, gets his head to it at the vital moment, and it was two really big pieces of defending there from Longley, which in the end could have been decisive for us. So that is that for today's video, guys. I really hope that you did enjoy the new kind of concept in today's video. Like I say, please leave your feedback in the comments down below. Do you like the animations? Do you like the different kind of approach in today's video? I will wait to hear from you to whether I do that again. Thank you, as always, for watching. We reigned again at Wembley, and like I said, we are now on the right path. There will be a lot of build-up to that Valencia game on the channel soon, guys. I'll see you then. But until then, as always, Visca el Barça.